You worked for it, you sacrificed for it. You imagined your life would change once you finally reached it. And then you did, and nothing happened. The relief was brief. The excitement faded, and something inside you went quiet. Not peaceful. Empty. Today, we are going to explore why success often creates emptiness instead of fulfillment. For many people, achievement does not feel like victory. It feels like emotional collapse. They reach the goal. They hit the milestone. They finally arrive at the life they were chasing. And instead of satisfaction, they feel flat, disconnected, empty. This is not failure. This is post-success emptiness. And it is more common than people admit. Your brain does not reward achievement. It rewards pursuit. Dopamine is not the happiness chemical. It is the anticipation chemical. It spikes when something is missing. It drops when something becomes real. So when you chase a goal, your nervous system feels alive. When you reach it, your nervous system goes quiet. And that quiet feels like emptiness. Not because the goal was meaningless, but because the chemical engine shut down. Every major achievement creates a dopamine crash. Not metaphorically. Neurochemically, your brain was running on anticipation fuel. Now that fuel is gone, so your mood drops, your motivation collapses, your emotional intensity disappears, and you feel hollow. Your nervous system mistakes this crash for existential emptiness. So you think, I should feel happier. But happiness is not what disappeared. Stimulation disappeared. Most people do not want goals. They want emotional states, security, validation, freedom, worth. They believe the goal will deliver that feeling. So they attach emotional salvation to achievement. And when they finally get it, and the feeling does not arrive, they feel betrayed by reality. Not because the goal failed, but because the emotional fantasy collapsed. Most people do not want goals. They want emotional states, security, validation, freedom, worth. They believe the goal will deliver that feeling. So they attach emotional salvation to achievement. And when they finally get it, and the feeling does not arrive, they feel betrayed by reality. Not because the goal failed, but because the emotional fantasy collapsed. For many people, their entire identity is built around struggle. They are the one who is trying, the one who is chasing, the one who is not there yet. So when they arrive, their identity dissolves. They no longer know who they are without the goal. So they feel empty, not because they lost something, but because their old self no longer exists. Struggle gives life structure, deadlines, targets, pressure, direction. When you achieve your main goal, that structure collapses. Suddenly, your days feel shapeless, directionless, and meaning disappears. Not because life lost value, but because the organizing principle vanished, so success feels destabilizing, not fulfilling. For many people, ease feels unsafe. Calm feels temporary. Stability feels like a trap. So when life becomes smooth, the nervous system becomes alert. It waits for collapse. So it tightens. It suppresses joy. It creates restlessness. Because peace feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar feels dangerous. No matter how good something is, your nervous system normalizes it. This is hedonic adaptation. The emotional spike fades. The novelty disappears. And what once felt extraordinary becomes ordinary. So achievement never delivers lasting emotional elevation, not because it failed, but because your brain is designed to reset baseline. When people remove struggle without replacing meaning, they fall into an existential vacuum. They have comfort, they have resources, they have freedom, but they feel empty. Not because they lack pleasure, but because they lack purpose. Meaning and pleasure are not the same system. Achievement feeds pleasure, it does not feed meaning. Some people are not ambitious. They are addicted to struggle. Struggle gives them intensity, it gives them identity. It gives them emotional stimulation. So when success removes struggle, their emotional engine shuts down. And they feel empty. Not because they achieved, but because they lost the only thing that made them feel alive. When life becomes quiet, everything you avoided comes forward. Unprocessed grief. Old shame, suppressed anger, so success feels dangerous. Not because it is bad, but because it removes distraction. So emptiness appears. Not because achievement failed, but because pain was waiting underneath. If you feel empty after achieving your goals, it does not mean you are ungrateful. It does not mean you are broken. It does not mean something is wrong with you. It means your nervous system was trained on anticipation. It means your identity was built on striving. It means your emotional wiring was built for survival, not fulfillment. This is conditioning, not personality, and it can be changed. Most people escape emptiness by setting a new goal. They chase again. They start again. They repeat the cycle. Not because they love ambition, but because they are trying to restore emotional intensity. They are trying to restart the dopamine engine, so they never stay with fulfillment long enough to feel it. Success is not the end. It is a transition phase, a psychological reorganization, a death of identity, a collapse of structure, a nervous system recalibration. If you treat success like a final destination, you will feel empty, because your mind was never designed to stop moving. You feel empty after success not because you failed, not because the goal was wrong, not because something is broken, but because your dopamine engine shut down, your identity collapsed, your meaning structure vanished, your nervous system does not trust ease, your emotional wounds resurface. This is not pathology. This is transition. Most people expect success to feel like a final arrival, but real achievement feels anticlimactic, quiet, underwhelming, because the emotional buildup happens in imagination. Reality is slower. So when fantasy collapses into ordinary life, your nervous system feels disappointed. Not because success failed, but because your expectations were chemically inflated. Most people do not chase goals. They chase relief. Relief from insecurity, relief from shame, relief from feeling behind. But when they achieve, the insecurity does not disappear, because insecurity is neurological, so the relief never arrives. And emptiness appears. For people raised in instability, comfort feels suspicious. Peace feels temporary. Safety feels like a setup. So when life becomes comfortable, their nervous system becomes alert. It suppresses joy. It creates restlessness. So emptiness appears not because life is bad, but because the nervous system does not trust good phases. Struggle hides your shadow. Success exposes it. When life is quiet, unintegrated parts emerge. Unworthy, guilty, empty, lost. So success feels destabilizing, not because it is wrong, but because it removes distraction. After success, structure collapses, identity dissolves, and emptiness appears. Not because nothing matters, but because the organizing story ended. Awareness does not retrain the nervous system. Insight shows the pattern. Integration changes it. The body must learn safety. The body must learn how to receive. You do not fix emptiness by chasing new goals. That only restarts the addiction. You fix it by staying, by tolerating the quiet. Because withdrawal is not collapse. It is recalibration. Boredom is not failure. It means the nervous system is leaving survival mode. But boredom feels unbearable to someone addicted to intensity, so they escape it. But if they stayed, boredom would turn into peace. Achievement feeds dopamine. Meaning feeds coherence. If you chase only achievement, you will feel empty. Because achievement does not build meaning. Meaning comes from contribution, connection, growth, integrity. If you feel empty after success, it does not mean you are broken. It means your nervous system was trained on anticipation. It means your identity was built on striving. This is conditioning, not personality, and it can be changed. Success kills your old self, so emptiness is grief, not failure. There is a phase between striving and meaning, and most people fail here because it feels worse than struggle. So they escape it, not because peace failed, but because they left too early. Meaning grows quietly, through consistency, through contribution, not through goals. If you stay long enough, meaning emerges. You feel empty after success not because you failed, but because your dopamine engine shut down, your identity collapsed, your nervous system does not trust comfort, your shadow self emerged. This is not pathology. This is transition. This isn't transition. If this video described you, you are not alone. If it helped you understand your mind, you can support this work by liking the video. If you recognize yourself, leave a comment. And if you want more psychology that explains behavior, you can subscribe. More of this is coming. You did not fail. You finished a story your nervous system was never meant to live inside forever.